NVIDIA DLSS 3 comes to Stormgate demo, Atomic Heart, Trapped in Limbo and more games. DLSS is available in both Enshrouded and Palworld, 2024's two breakout hits that already boast over 20 million combined players. Now, you can try the demo of Stormgate, one of the next Steam hits. Developed by RTS veterans, a Kickstarter campaign concluded last week with over $2.2 million pledged, making it the top gaming Kickstarter of 2023 and 2024 to date. With such interest, Stormgate is primed to be the year's next hit game, and you can already get the definitive experience in the demo thanks to the inclusion of DLSS 3. Additionally, DLSS 3 is available today in the new Atomic Heart, Trapped in Limbo expansion, and in Call of Duty, Warzone Season 2, which begins tomorrow. And rounding out this bumper crop of releases is The Inquisitor, launching later this week with DLSS 2. Stormgate demo available now with DLSS 3. Stormgate is the upcoming free-to-play real-time strategy game from the team at Frost Giant Studios, featuring developers who've worked on some of gaming's most popular RTS games, including Warcraft 3 and StarCraft 2. Stormgate's recent crowdfunding campaign was the most successful video game Kickstarter of 2023 and the highest-earning real-time strategy game Kickstarter of all time. In Stormgate, which is currently in beta testing and slated for release to Steam Early Access later this year, you'll explore an ever-evolving story through thrilling campaign missions where science fiction and fantasy collide, solo or cooperatively. Battle opponents around the world on a competitive 1v1 ladder and team up with your friends to challenge the eye in the 3P co-op mode. After early access, players will get to compete in thrilling 3v3 battles and get their hands dirty in the powerful editor to build the game of their dreams. Developed in Unreal Engine 5, Stormgate sets itself apart from past RTS games with unmatched responsiveness and features rollback technology for smooth online play. The game will support high-resolution HD visuals at 4K, with hundreds of units on screen in epic, large-scale wars across a variety of maps and tile sets. To ensure performance is maximized when you're playing at the highest resolutions and detail levels, Stormgate already includes support for DLSS 2 and DLSS 3. The Stormgate demo is available February 5th to 12th as part of Steam Next Fest and includes an early look at 1v1 ranked matchmaking as well as 3P co-op versus I. Download here and activate DLSS in-game to accelerate your performance on GeForce RTX PCs and laptops. Call of Duty, Warzone, Season 2 begins February 7th, featuring DLSS 3 and PLA. Call of Duty, Warzone Season 2 begins tomorrow. Outlast the living and the dead on new 6v6 maps, play the new zombie-filled Horde Point mode, and drop into Fortune's Keep, an intricate Warzone map refreshed for Season 2. GeForce RTX 40 series gamers can activate NVIDIA DLSS 3 in Call of Duty, Warzone, enabling many to exceed 120 FPS with max settings at 4K. GeForce RTX 20 series and 30 series gamers can boost performance with DLSS Super Resolution. And if performance is high enough already in your opinion, you can instead enable NVIDIA DLA, an AI-based anti-aliasing mode that utilizes the same technology developed for DLSS. DLA uses a native resolution image to maximize image quality, rather than boosting performance, for an even richer, more detailed experience. Additionally, all GeForce gamers, dating back to users of the GeForce GTX 900 series, can activate NVIDIA Reflex for the lowest latency. NVIDIA Reflex is synonymous with responsive gaming, and can be found in the latest and greatest games. Reflex reduces system latency so your actions occur quicker, potentially giving you a competitive edge in multiplayer matches, and making single-player titles more responsive and enjoyable. NVIDIA Reflex is now used by over 50 million players each month, and is activated by 90% of GeForce gamers in over 90 supported titles. In Call of Duty, Warzone, NVIDIA Reflex reduces system latency by up to 28%, and combined with the super fast frame rates delivered by DLSS, You can let your skill shine when competing on the battlefields of Kazakhstan, Fortune's Keep, Ashika Island, and Vandal. Atomic Heart, Trapped in Limbo available now, featuring DLSS 3. Atomic Heart's Trapped in Limbo story expansion picks up immediately after the end of the main game, this time continuing a different ending from the one the previous Annihilation Instinct expansion followed. Trapped in Limbo introduces new sections of the twisted Limbo world bursting with fan-favorite challenges, but this time with a unique Limbo flavor. While diving into this wild new gameplay, players will be tasked with helping P3 break through a series of dizzying obstacles, uncover the secrets of his past and the world of Limbo, and demolish unique-looking opponents with marvelous weapons in a combat extravaganza. In order to rise from the depths of Limbo to the top and free P3's mind from his demons, players will have to do everything they can to overcome the changed rules of the game. The Trapped in Limbo expansion holds the key to finding out the fate of Major P3, and it is up to players to survive in this enigmatic world with inverted logic. Since the game's launch a year ago, Atomic Heart has included support for NVIDIA DLSS 3, NVIDIA DLSS 2 and NVIDIA Reflex, enabling all GeForce RTX gamers to accelerate and enhance their experience. If you play Trapped in Limbo, be sure to enable DLSS and Reflex in-game for the fastest possible performance, and even more responsive gameplay. The Inquisitor launches February 8th with DLSS 2. The Inquisitor, from the Dust and Calypso Media, is a story-driven, dark fantasy adventure game with action elements that compel you to face difficult moral choices. The game is set in an alternative version of reality, inspired by the best-selling Inquisitor book series by Jacek Pykara. You are Mortimer Matterdon, an Inquisitor in God's service, sent to the town of Königstein, which is plagued by a series of mysteries and sin. Solve the various cases and crimes of those who have transgressed against the faith, all while uncovering the truth of a darker evil from another realm that is trying to enter the world of the living. Accelerate your performance in the Inquisitor from the second it launches thanks to the day one inclusion of DLSS 2 for all GeForce RTX gamers.